Hey everyone, it's Justin again. Previously, we've learned what variables are and how they can be used, as well as how to solve equations that require only one or two steps. In this video, we're going to be learning how to solve equations with more than two steps, no matter how complicated they might get. In the last lesson, we learned that the order of operations, or Pemdas, is only used when you want to do the operations you see and simplify the result. If we're trying to undo the operations in order to solve the mystery of what a certain variable stands for, we reverse the order of operations and call it SADMAP. We will also need to remember how to combine like terms and distribute. If you need a refresher on that, check out those videos. Let's start with this problem. 2x plus 4 plus 2x equals 12. With pretty much every equation from here on, we will always want to start by simplifying, doing the operations as they are using Pemdas to see if we can combine anything together and make the problem easier once we start solving. In this problem here, we don't have any parentheses, exponents, multiplication, or division. We do have some addition, though. Since we've got some terms with x and others without x, we need to combine like terms. 2x plus 2x makes 4x. We can't combine the 4 and the 12 because they're on opposite sides of the equal sign. Remember the scale. The 4 and 12 are on different sides. Now that we've gone all the way through Pemdas and simplified as much as possible, we can start solving using SADMAP. First, we undo any subtraction or addition. So we'll need to undo adding 4 by doing the opposite. Take away 4 from each side. Next, we undo division and multiplication. To undo multiplying by 4, we divide both sides by 4. So we get x equals 2. To check our answer, we'll replace all the x's in the original problem with 2's and see if we get the same amount on both sides. Two times 2 is 4. And again right here. And if we add this up, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12, which is exactly the same on the other side. So x does equal 2. Here's our next example. First, we have to make sure it's simplified. The only operation here is addition, but since the addition on both sides is between unlike terms, we can't combine. So the problem stays exactly how it is for now. But now we can start solving. We already said the only operation is addition, but we have two instances of it, so let's do one at a time. If we undo the plus 13 on the left side by subtracting 13, and we get y equals negative 2y minus 12. Even though our goal is to find out what y equals, we need it to be equal to a number. That negative 2y on the right side is messing that up, so we have to cancel the y term on the right side. But how? First, addition and subtraction can be rearranged as long as we keep each term's sign the same. So if we switch the order here, we get y equals negative 12 minus 2y. Now we can cancel the minus 2y by adding 2y, just like we would if it were a normal number. Remember to do the same thing on both sides. On the right, we have a single y plus 2y's, which make 3y. Now we need to undo this multiplication of 3 by dividing. So we end up with y equals negative 4. To check our answer, we replace y with negative 4 in the original problem. On the left, negative 4 plus 13 is 9. And on the right, negative 2 times negative 4 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. Both sides came out the same, so negative 4 was correct. Next example, coming up. First, we need to simplify. There are parentheses, but the inside has us subtracting unlike terms, which we can't do. So we'll move on. No exponents. There is multiplication, 8 times the stuff in parentheses. To multiply that, we need to distribute the 8, multiplying both 10 and m. 8 times 10 is 80, minus 8 times m, which is just 8m. We haven't done anything to the right side yet. The only operation left is subtracting unlike terms, so nothing left can be done. This is as simplified as this will get. Now we can solve. We realized in the last example that it's necessary to get one side with only variables and the other side with only numbers. So let's do that again here. Our only constant here, 80, is already on the left side, so we're going to leave that there and get rid of the minus 8m. If we add 8m, we get 80 equals 10 times m. Now we just need to cancel multiplication by 10 by dividing it. And we get 8 equals m. We're used to seeing the variable on the left side, but it doesn't really matter. If two things are equal, then they're equal, you know? So let's check our answer now. Plug in 8 to the original problem. On the left, 10 minus 8 is 2, and 8 times 2 is 16. On the right, 2 times 8 is 16. The scale is balanced, so m is 8. Last example. First, we simplify. We can't do anything in the parentheses because of unlike terms, and there aren't any exponents. So the first thing we do is multiply by the parentheses, which requires distribution. 3 times 6 is 18, minus 3 times f, which is 3f. Then everything else stays the same. Minus 4 equals 3f minus 4. Next is addition and subtraction. Most of the addition and subtraction here is between unlike terms, but we do have 18 and negative 4, which combines to make 14. Now we need to get all the f's off of one side and all the constants off the other. So let's add 3f to remove the f's from the left side. To get constants off the right, we can add 4. And finally, we'll undo multiplication by 6 by using division. So f is the same as 3. And now we check our answer. Plug in 3 for f. 6 minus 3 is 3. Multiplied by 3 is 9. Minus 4 is 5. On the right, 3 times 3 is 9. Minus 4 is 5. Both sides are the same, so our answer is correct. Solving equations can be difficult, but practice makes perfect. Just remember the tricks you learned in this video. First, simplify using Pemdas before you start solving. This will often involve combining like terms and distribution. Once you've simplified, solve it using SADMAP. Your goal is to get variables on only one side and constants only on the other. By remembering these tips, you will be able to solve any equations, whether they take 1 step, 2 steps, 5 steps, or 173 steps. You can do it.